beautiful fall afternoon in Osseo as we get ready for Section Championship Volleyball. The Section 5 4A title on the line as the number 2 seed, the Champlin Park Rebels, take on the number 1 seed, the Wayzata Trojans. Hello and welcome to Osseo High School. John Jacobson with Andy Gugasberg. And Andy, a rematch of the 2021 final. Wayzata wins that one in 3 sets on the way to winning the state 4A title and its state championship, an undefeated season last year for the Trojans.
Yeah, they came in last year with all the pressure of an undefeated season on their back. This year they got rid of that early on in a tournament in Marshall. Actually, depending on who you ask, might even come in as the underdog here, considering Champlin did beat them head-to-head in a best 3 out of 5 match earlier in the year.
Rebels come in 24-5, the Trojans 26-4, and it's a shame that only one of these teams will go to state, but you can say that in a lot of different sports and a lot of different sections each year, but these are really 2 of the best teams in the state, no question.
Yeah, I talked with quite a few coaches early on in the year, even at the preseason coaches meeting where there was a clinic that went on with it. Multiple teams had these 2 teams as 1 and 2 in the state, not just in this section. Great teams. It is a shame that only one of them is going to get to go, but we are in for a match of a year, match of maybe the decade coming up tonight.
A lot of talent on the floor. Let's look at our key players, starting with the Rebels. Sophomore Carly Gilkis had an outstanding season.
She absolutely is. She's been a dominant player for them last year and this year. Has added some first touch to her tool belt. When we did the match, the section semifinal, she's got the cannon when she needs it, but she had some of the best place tips I've seen at this level. Really smart player.
And for Wayzata, their outstanding setter, last year's player of the year in Minnesota, the junior, Stella Swenson.
Stella Swenson does it all. You know, she plays at a high level, and she is the type of player that really comes out for matches like this. She's going to wow you when you're playing regular season matches, but as the pressure intenses, so does her play, her ability to read a block, her ability to take care of the ball in front of her, score when she needs to, and put the ball on a tee for anybody else.
These teams played twice this season, once in a tournament. Wayzata won that one. Those tournaments are best 2 out of 3. And then, as Andy mentioned, Champlin Park won the regular season match, losing badly actually in the first set, but coming back and winning the next 3 to take it 3 out of 4. So tonight, Champlin Park wins
Champlin Park wins if they take care of the first touch and don't get intimidated by the Wayzata block. They're big on the other side of the net. If they work around them like they did in the regular season, they stand a chance.
And Wayzata wins if what happens?
Wayzata wins if those strong juniors decide that they're taking this team to the state tournament. They've got 3 all-state, in my opinion, caliber junior players alone that can carry this team to a final finish and a state title. They're going to have to get past a really good Champlin Park team to do that.
So you're going to be a real fun one here tonight. Hope you enjoy the ride here on CCX. Champlin Park Wayzata, Section 5 4A, Minnesota State Section Volleyball, coming up next live on CCX. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. Great day in Osseo for volleyball. Champlin Park and Wayzata playing at 5 p.m. You might wonder why we're starting so early here in the Central Time Zone. There's another section final that will follow this one, the 5 3A final. Andy, they went back-to-back last year at Osseo with the 5 3A playing early and 5 4A later. This year, it's 5 4A that gets the early start. Here's a look at the section bracket and how we got here. Wayzata with sweeps over Park Center and Hopkins as the #1 seed. Champlin Park a sweep over Armstrong. Had a little more trouble with Maple Grove. Maple Grove winning a set and almost won a second one and really pushed the Rebels in their semifinal. And that's how we get to tonight's game. We'll take another timeout. We'll come back. Maybe the starting lineups and more in a moment.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure.
$1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
I'm a first-generation Filipino American.
You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
They're back in Osseo, fired up Rebels fans right next to Andy and I. You'll certainly hear them all night. You can see them right now as they get ready to cheer on their team, trying to get to the state tournament for the first time since 2018 when they were state champions. Let's look at the starting lineup. Andy Guggesberg for tonight's match. I mentioned a lot of talent. There's a lot of good players as you look at these starters, right? Moberg, Hansen, Reese, Adler, Gilk, Axness, and Erickson for Champlin Park. Jesuits, Kurth, Kelsenberg, Swenson and Swenson, Nister and Johnson for Wayzata.
Yeah, talent everywhere. There isn't a player on this team, on either of these two teams, that wouldn't be the best or second best player on any other team in the state. They are loaded, and the bench doesn't drop much off. They can go to the bench if they need to get some depth, some players with some different skill sets. All of the players on both of these teams, well coached, well trained, well disciplined teams. We are in for a treat tonight, John.
Starters being introduced down on the floor. As I mentioned, the Champlin Park fans next to us. Wayzata fans are across the way and starting to fill in. Mostly girls right now. I'm guessing that has something to do with the boys are in the state tournament. They're playing on Friday, although may still be state soccer. Football is probably still in practice, and maybe they'll be late arrivals to the game tonight.
Yeah, this is when it gets really exciting. For me as a volleyball guy, it's the only sport I do. This is the time when things get really fun and really interesting. The student sections come alive. These teams know each other well. It's not quite when we do like Osseo Maple Grove, but these athletes know each other. They play club together. They play club against each other. There's a lot going on here. Looking for these two teams, you'll see some familiar faces in the crowd. Excuse me. We're going to have quite a few alumni running around. We've got coaches at the high school rank, at the college rank in here checking out this match. This is the first Class 4A section final of the year, so this will be the first team to punch their ticket to state. I would assume before the match gets too far along, we're going to get some other favorites in here getting a live scout at what's going on. A lot going on. You can hear the Champlin Park student section not nearly as excited as the Wayzata section for the Wayzata starters as they are getting announced. Special shout out to Bill Kwan and the crew here at Osseo. They run a really nice job. We go and do a lot of different gyms. It's the only one I remember coming to every time where there's a nice cold water sitting here waiting for me. Bill has done it all for a very long time. Like we talked about earlier, the Class 3 Section 5A final will be after this. I love the fact that they do this. As a volley nerd, the more volleyball I can get in one day in one location, the better. This Saturday, there's a quadruple header down in Rochester. They go Class A at 10 a.m., 2A at noon, 3A at 2, and 4A at 4 p.m. And if I play my cards right, I think there's a 7 o'clock up here in the Metro I can catch too. My wife and my dog may have something to say about that, John.
How
but
much volleyball you get in on Saturday? Well, and another great 4A match that day too, right?
Yeah. There's that's the thing. We talked about it in the pregame a little bit. You know, the sections aren't completely evened out. One of the things the high school league prides itself on is a statewide state tournament. I don't know that we're ever going to get the best 8 teams in the state volleyball tournament. They do some of that with football. I know they kind of rearrange some things, so we have a shot of getting the best teams there. I don't know that that's the goal or the priority of the volleyball tournament, and I'm not against it. I think if we would have a true state tournament, this match wouldn't be nearly as exciting. Wayzata and Champlin would be on other sides of a bigger bracket. This allows, in the hometown area, an opportunity for these guys to fight it out. The Section 1 4A final will have the other 2 top 4 teams in the state, Northfield and Lakeville North, going at it on Saturday.
We are ready to go with set 1. Champlin Park serving, and we are underway. The winner going to the state tournament quarterfinal round starting next Wednesday afternoon at XL Energy Center. Carly Gilk with the first attack for Champlin Park, handled by Wayzata. Stella Swenson, that ball picked up nicely by Reese Axness. Ball back row, handled by Jesuits. Long rally here on the first point of the match. Hanson off the hands of Johnson, and there's our first point.
I'll tell you what, we're in for a long night. If every rally's like that, they're going to have to move that Section 3 match to another gym. Great first rally, great defense, smart swings. It's only 1-0, John.
I know, right? Already intense. Another serve here from Reese Axness, handled by Nister. Stella Swenson across to Olivia, down, and Wayzata has its first point.
Yeah, perfect pass there leads to an opportunity for a one-on-one, and Swenson finds the seam. Good enough for the first point for Wayzata.
Riley Kurth rotates in for Wayzata. Sophia Johnson to serve for Wayzata. Puts it in play, handled by Caitlin Erickson. Back from Gilkin into the net, point for Wayzata.
Take a look at this last swing here. We see the ball gets all the way out to her left arm. She does a good job reaching on it. She doesn't quite finish the swing.
Quick set in the middle. Adler gets blocked, but out by Kerr. Point for Champlin Park.
The shock and awe of the left-handed middle isn't anything that Wayzata isn't familiar with. They're ready for it, but she takes that ball off the edge of the block and down for a point.
Serve from Hanson. Jesuits handled it. Olivia Swenson off hands and down.
Swenson with 2 kills on 3 swings so far. She finds that one off the edge of the block. Erickson gets caught underneath it, not able to chase it down.
Stella Swenson, who leads this team in aces, will serve for the first time tonight. That screaming scaring me, Andy. It doesn't seem to be affecting the Rebels serving yet, but back set goes and down. Nice cross-court attack, and it's Caitlin Vogt, the senior, with the kill.
Vogt does such a nice job. There's so many pieces you talk about and you have to get ready for Wayzata. She's not one you're really going to spend a lot of time scouting against, but she scores just about every time she touches the ball.
For True Trojans. Put it in play, and a little miscommunication there between Erickson and Hanson. It drops between them and behind them, but in.
I think they both might have thought that thing was going out, and then nobody finalized the communication.
5-2 Trojans. Back set, Gilk will push it to the back row. And in front of the diving Jesuits and over the blockers. Side out, Champlin Park.
Again, when both of these teams are passing well, you can't take away any one hitter. The double block closing late, Gilk throws it behind Johnson and to the left of Jesuits, really well placed.
Olivia Swenson attacking from the right side here. Picked up by the Rebels. Gilk. Trojans get a piece of it. Back to the middle and over by Jesuits, but too aggressive. Point Champlin Park.
Jesuits not used to taking many swings out of the back row. They set her, and she's a little under it, misses it.
5-4. Erickson, a good serve. Stella Swenson punching it back to the middle and pushed over by Jesuits. Axness, quick set, middle attack by Reese. Lily Reese ties it up.
Lily Reese definitely not the go-to hitter in that rotation. She has a solo block and takes complete advantage of it. Really nice choice there from Reese Axness. It's a one-on-one, and she's able to cut that ball back towards Stella Swenson, who isn't able to handle it. Watch for Olivia behind again here.
Back to Olivia Swenson, pushing it over the block. Erickson runs up to get that ball. Gilk attacks, gets blocked. Hansen up to Gilk again and over. Great layout by Johnson. Stella Swenson at the net. Whistle, and get a point for Champlin Park. Stella Swenson in the net.
Tight play, pick up, and trying to play it out of the net. Swenson goes into the net there. Watch for Swenson. Oh, they moved her over to the left side. Olivia on the other side in a stack here.
Cross-court attack from Olivia Swenson for the kill.
All three of those serve-receive swings went to Olivia Swenson. She was good on the third one there. Tie ball game.
Over on the tape, handled by Moberg. Over by Gilk. Dropping it in front of Vogt. Champlin Park back in front.
Taking a look at this well-placed tip by Gilk. She notices Johnson deep on it. They got to talk about who's going to pick that up, whether that's going to be the right side or the libero picking up that tip.
Nice swing by Vogt off of Gilk. Second kill for the senior Caitlin Vogt.
May want to repeat that set choice a few more times. She's been lethal over there.
Sophia Weisberg again, excuse me. We're too anxious.
It's great ball. I'm getting excited here.
Moberg's hit gets blocked, but it's out.
Moberg implementing the chop the big tree down mentality here. Hits directly up and into this block. Intentional tool out of bounds.
And now she'll go back to serve. Quick attack, Kelsenberg. Nice layout by Gilk on that ball. Hansen attacking. Johnson with the pickup. Ball in the middle. Stella Swenson, or Olivia Swenson will push it over. Here's Reese. And too strong this time.
Reese looking for hands there. Missed the touch off the block.
Nister back in. She'll serve. Big swing from Reese. And Lily Reese with her second kill. She'll come out. Kylie Gargas in.
It's so interesting watching these attackers attack the Wayzata block. You can tell it was something that was probably implemented in the Champlin Park practice gym yesterday.
Kelsenberg over. Back row Gilk. Gargas across. Over by Hansen. Here's Jesuits swinging. That's picked up by Gilk. Hansen again on the attack. Johnson lays out for that ball. Middle attack, Olivia Swenson picked up. Axness swings and Wayzata gets a piece of it, and Jesuits will keep it in play. Overpass ball at the net. Stella Swenson gets pushed back, and Mister can't keep it alive. Terrific point.
There's about 9 things I want to break down on that point. We'll have a little bit of time to do it. First of all, entering the game and setting is Gargas. She's been that DS for the whole season. It's the first time we haven't seen Axness run the offense. She is hitting, Axnes is hitting on the right side in that rotation. Secondarily, Stella Swenson was blocked on the dump attempt. I haven't seen that in watching them play 10 matches this year. Champlin Park dialed in here defensively.
Back to serve. They trail by Wayzata, trailing by 1. Here's Hansen. That's off of Johnson. 2-point Rebels lead again.
John Junker, he needs her for one rotation. After one rotation, she subs out. Now Axnes is back in the back row. She will set the offense from there. Gilk back in the front row.
Back row off of Nister. Olivia Swenson will push it to the deep corner.
Great location from the junior outside hitter there. She's gone with a lot of gas. That time she takes a little off it, pushes it. Take a look, great location. She sees it ahead of time, turns the shoulder. Wow, that ball had like 8 inches to spare. Really good location.
Here's Hansen with the swing. Jesuits the dig. Olivia Swenson again. This time wrong.
Looking for the 5-6 seam, misses deep corner.
Rebels up by 2 again.
Watch Kurth in front here on a good pass.
Off of Nister, Stella Swenson trying to keep it alive but can't.
Champlin Park opening up a 3-point lead here halfway through set 1.
Early Hansen, their team high 43rd ace serve there. Tipped over by Gilk. Stella Swenson missing on that set, right to Gilk.
Yeah, tight pass again there. Swenson doing what she can to get a hand on the ball. Drew the block of Moberg there, but floats it across, like you said, John, right into Gilk's waiting hands.
14-10 Rebels. Swenson to Swenson. Great layout by Moberg on that ball. Gilk attacks. And too strong on the dump by Olivia Swenson, and we get a timeout for Wayzata.
Everything going Champlin Park's way as they have opened up a 15-10 lead here in set 1. Scott Jackson calling a timeout, getting everybody back under control about the little things. John Junker, smile on his face, kind of having a quick little chat here with Moberg on what her responsibilities are on the dump compared to when she's going to have to help block on the quick set. Everything going Champlin Park's way, and if you can't hear it in my mic, let me tell you, the Champlin Park fan section pretty excited about the way their team is playing here in set 1. We play 3 out of 5, so there's not too much to worry about here, and momentum does swing in this game relatively quickly. Looks like Champlin Park still in rotation 2. With Axnes in the 6 here, Gilk in the front row. There's 2 lefties up there, options galore. I do like Stella to get the ball to Olivia here, but maybe not all the way out on a go. See if they can commit outside and get something happening inside. Maybe a 2-ball to Olivia, mix it up a little bit.
And we're ready to go with Hansen serving out of the timeout. Back it goes to Kurth.
Uh-oh.
Tough ball at the net and outside the antenna. Error for Champlin Park, point for Wayzata.
Yeah, really great location on that swing there from Voigt. Allows chaos as Axnes has to stay and play defense a little bit longer than she wanted to.
Stella Swenson serving. Back set to Gilk across. Stella Swenson picked it up. Olivia Swenson. Oh, what a great dig, but ball out. Point for Wayzata. That was a terrific layout by Caitlin Harrison. Let's look at it again.
Big swing here into the cross court. Ball comes back over, and I don't know, John. That's a tough angle for us.
I think it was out.
Okay. Well, that's what Phil called, so it must have been right.
Another swing and attack and kill for Caitlin Boat.
Vought's been heavy cross court. If I'm Junker, I move that middle back defender into the cross a little bit more. Make her go somewhere else. She's been pretty lethal into the cross.
So 3 in a row for the Trojans out of the Wayzata timeout. There's Moberg pushing it deep. Jesuits gets a hand on it, but can't get it up to a teammate. Side out Rebels.
Must have been something in the film that Jesuits doesn't cover sideline to sideline while they are attacking her down those lines. Great location down for the point.
Erickson, the junior libero, in and serving here. From the middle, over Swenson. Erickson with the dig on it. Here's Reese. Stella Swenson to pick up Johnson. Back to Olivia Swenson, and the point.
Wayzata seeing what Champlin Park is doing. That tip is scoring for both teams quite well. Not sure if you need to double defend it or what, but it seems to be the shot of choice for both teams. We'll take a look at Olivia's with another great push down the line. And Hansen moving late. They go right at Hansen.
Here's Gilk, swing, can't get it over. 16-15, 5-1 run here for Wayzata.
Some instruction there from head coach John Junker to his sophomore right side.
Set to Moberg. Olivia Swenson, Stella Swenson across, Avery Jesuits, cross.
Shot was open.
Yeah.
Shot was open, it caught tape and bounced out.
Rebels back by 2 with Gilk serving. Off of Jesuits, that's an ace. Well, still in play and over by Stella Swenson. The ball is in play there. Reese tipped. Point for Champlin Park. That one went off the wrestling mat that's suspended from just inside the wall, but still in play.
That is a up-ref decision whether that ball would have hit the wall. He's allowed to call that out if he thinks it would have gone into the wall.
Big swing, another kill. It's a good first set for Caitlin Bode, her 4th kill, Andy.
Yeah, and that time she went into the 5-6 seam, so it's not just cross court. She takes what's open and does a really nice job. Take another look at this. I think the block, yeah, she goes outside the block. It was a one-on-one, and she had all sorts of choices.
Set going to Moberg. Will go off of Weisberg and out. (19-16). Moberg served a little too strong. Trying to find that back corner and just missed. Two-point march again, 19-17. Mister serves. Erickson. Maxtis over by Hansen. And Champlin Park's at 20.
Take a look at this. Outside the antenna, cross court the only option. Jesuits doesn't quite get her hips around it. Point for the Rebels.
Gargas serving. Stella Swenson back to Jesuits, over. Layout by Gilk. Hansen will have to get it over and does. Stella Swenson, quick set, and Kelsenberg the kill. This time we called the sophomore's name tonight. It's a big point for the Trojans.
Kelsenberg missed the last time these two teams played. They get her involved here late in set one. Great quick set in between the two blockers. Big swing from the sophomore.
Jesuits serving. Gilk. Moberg into Hansen. Champlin Park's at 21. Rebels playing really good volleyball, Andy, in this first set.
Yeah, clean volleyball on their side. A few untimely errors from Wayzata. Otherwise, we'd be just talking about great play across on both sides. Wayzata needs to clean it up a little bit, especially with first touch. There's one of them.
Geltenberg over. Moberg, Axtis, Hansen. Too strong. 21-19.
Deep line was open again. She just missed it. Johnson capable of going on a run. Back to serve.
Back set, push over by Hansen, layout by Olivia Swenson. Bodies all over the place. Wayzata able to recover. Bumped over here by Hansen. Stella Swenson will dump it over. Loves that play. First time she's gone to it tonight.
Yeah, the little drop there. I really like the way she sets her hands up on it. Really deceptive. The block went up with her initially, and then as her hands were coming down, they dropped, and that's when she pushed. Really smart play.
Oh, and a big block by Kerr. Getting up the block, Kat Adler. Timeout, Champlin Park. We're tied at 21.
Great volleyball, 21-21. The lefty gets stuffed, and John Yunker wants to talk it over with his team. Scott Jackson getting his team locked in right now, looking to push for one more point. It's about being calm. It's about attacking the opportunity presented you. Don't make something out of nothing here. Make sure you go get the one in front of you.
This was about 6 weeks ago, Andy, when these teams played in the regular season. Wayzata won easily in that first set, 25-14. And you thought, oh, Wayzata's going to roll. And then Champlin Park came back and played 3 excellent sets after that and went on to win in 4. The second one close, and the third one not really at all, and then winning by 2 points again in set 4. It was a terrific regular season match, and so these teams meeting tonight with a lot more at stake. State tournament berth here tonight at Osseo.
Yeah, it was a great volleyball match. That was inside Champlin Park's building, this at a neutral site, although the crowd would dictate that maybe Champlin Park is the home team here as well.
Back to live action here, tied at 21. Marley Hansen swings, Jesuits, and out. 22-21 Rebels.
Avery Jesuits needs to take a deep breath and remember her talented abilities. Right now, she's looking over her shoulder trying to figure out what needs to change. She's got the skills. She just has to execute. There's a pass to start it.
Swenson back and across, and I think the end of the net. Yeah, was Kerr for momentum bringing her through on that swing. The 2 quick points for the Rebels out of their timeout. And closing in on a set 1 win. Marley Hansen will put it in play. Too long. Big serving error late for the Rebels.
Scott took a step after that net violation, like he was going to call a timeout, and then trusted himself and his teammates and his team, and we watched that one go just long.
Stella Swenson serving. Erickson, Axness, Moberg over. Handled by Johnson. Stella Swenson. Olivia Swenson. We are tied at 23.
Take a look at this nice swing here from Swenson. Stella sees it, goes inside, and Olivia goes over the top of Gilk there. That, not many people can pull that off. That's a really nice swing.
Back set, Gilk down for a point, and it's set point.
This is how section finals are supposed to be played. Down the stretch, everybody knows where the ball's going. The only question I have right now is Stella going to set Olivia on a 9 or on a 2?
Kaylin Erickson serving. Back row handled by Johnson. Olivia Swenson, we're tied at 24.
The Rebels knew it. They called it out. They went with her, and Olivia Swenson answers the call and goes through again, tied at 24.
Liv Swenson back to serve. Tied up here, late in set 1 long. Now it's set point again. Gilk will serve, trying to put her team up 1-0. Stella Swenson back over. High vote. Erickson. They go to Moberg. Handled by Stella Swenson. Johnson. Back it goes. Vote pick up by Hansen. Ball in the middle where Reese. Nice pickup by Stella Swenson. Over. Oh, and a great pickup right in the front row by Axness. Johnson. The Vogt attacking again. Caitlin Vogt has kept her team right in this first set, delivering a huge kill to tie it up again.
Very exciting, clean volleyball here to finish out set one.
Tied at 25 with Weisberg serving. Axness to Hansen. Attack from the middle from Olivia Swenson. A great layup by Moberg to get to that ball. Attack from Hansen. Good pass up. Vogt again over. Handled by Erickson. Go to Moberg again. Off hands. Pick up by Olivia Swenson. Weisberg. Over by Stella Swenson. Attack from Moberg. Too strong. That was some terrific play by Wayzata to keep that alive. Timeout, Champlin Park.
He's still got one left. I thought they were both. Scott's got one too. 26-25 here in set one. Everything you want in a section final. Great volleyball. I love the fact that Axness went to senior Marley Hansen out of the back row twice in that rally, and she took big swings. We're going to take a look at least part of this. This ball off the block. Great layout by Swenson. Run down, and then Stella sends it across. Gilk with a pickup, high outside set. Moberg looking for hands and missing. I love the energy to finish the rally there. I love the excitement. Olivia Swenson, great hustle from the middle back position. Great defensive effort from the Trojans. Out of this timeout, it is Hansen and Reese in the front row with Axness. See if they stack it and go to Gilk on the D-ball behind out of the back row, or see if they let, Moberg's in the front row. Moberg take the swing down the liner into the seam.
Fans on their feet. Weisberg serving. Axness back to Reese. Tips it over the block and down.
A little bit of off-speed. Didn't even try to sell an attack there. That was tipped the whole way. And again, like we saw with Champlin Park last match, when they recognize that the libero isn't in, they're going to tip over that block with consistency.
Moberg serving. Stella Swenson back to Vogt. Handled by Erickson. Axness across. The ball handling area on Champlin Park. And now set point for Wayzata again. Nister in, and she will serve. Tips the net. Kept alive. Axness to Hansen. Missed wide. And Wayzata down 15-10 at one point. Comes back from a couple of set points and takes this first set, Andy, 28-26. What a way to start.
Buckle up, everybody. We're in for a great one here tonight at Osseo High School. 28-26 Wayzata playing clean down the stretch, and about 4 or 5 balls after 15 that probably could have hit the ground and no one would have thought anything of it, but the great effort and the relentless pursuit of Wayzata gets them back in and in front long enough to take the set 28-26.
We'll take a breath and a break. We'll be back. More Section 5 volleyball live on CCX after this.
As a scientist, I know by the time she takes her first breath, 9 billion more tons of carbon pollution will be in the air. When she takes her first steps, wildfires will have burned millions more acres she could have explored. By the time a child born today goes to college, it may be too late to leave them the world we promised. Our window to act on climate change is like watching them grow up. We blink and we miss it.
This one's for the real ballers and shot callers, the sisterhood of women in tech. They're discovering cures, building apps, and programming the blockchain. They're CEOs, worldwide hustlers who can make it rain. They're tearing down the old boys club and seeing big gains. Because when women in tech come together, you know they make that change.
You are loved. You are valued. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. High blood pressure silently affects millions of Americans. Staying on top of your blood pressure is as simple as these 4 easy steps. Self-monitoring is power. Visit manageyourbp.org to learn more.
The Trojans excited after that set 1 win, rallying several times and pulling out a 28-26 win over Champlin Park. Welcome back to Osseo High School. John Jacobson and Andy Gugersberg live with you tonight on CCX Section 5 Championship tonight here in Osseo, Minnesota. Thanks for all of you watching across the metro area, across the state. I know we have a lot of people that watch from across the country, Andy, that love our coverage and love how good volleyball is in Minnesota, specifically this section and these programs year to year.
Absolutely true. In between sets, I got 7 text messages from people that are watching, or one of our friends is listening as she is driving, has it on her phone. Really good volleyball. We are so lucky to be able to be part of such a great state with such great volleyball across the entire state, and such a great concentration of it here in the Northwest Metro.
All right, buckle up for set 2 as Avery Jesuit serves on to start set 2. 1-0 Rebels. Marley Hansen up first for Champlin Park. Stella Swenson back, Kelsenberg across. Tied at 1.
Real nice set there to Kelsenberg on the slide.
Sophia Johnson headed to Cal next year, serving here for the Trojans. Cross off hands, but Trojans pick it up. Axness back set to Gilk, gets blocked. That's Riley Kerf, the 6'2" middle sophomore, getting the point for Wayzata, and they're up 2-1. Look at Scott Jackson, 24th season now as head coach, state champions 2019 and 2021 in the big class. 2020, of course, no state tournament because of the pandemic. Had a regular season and a quasi-section tournament, but no state tournament. Off of Stella Swenson on the block attempt here, but out. Erickson's been really good defensively tonight, Andy, serving for the Rebels. Andy Swenson down. As I say that, Erickson lays out and can't get to that ball, but that had more to do with the swing by Swenson.
Swenson doesn't come all the way through that ball, drops it in front of Erickson, who you are absolutely right, has been on a tee most of the night defensively. Really nice player.
3-2 Trojans. Stella Swenson. Laser serve handled. Here's Gilk, a little long. Not by much, but a little too strong for the sophomore.
I like the fact she came back with a big heavy swing after getting blocked on her last attempt. Her and Axness having a quick communication. Give me that ball again.
Axness, this time will go to Moberg. Off hands. Gets the side out and the point.
That's how you handle the Wayzata block. You find an edge, because if you try and go through it, you will not succeed. Moberg, really nice swing there.
Gilk serving. Stella Swenson in the middle. Olivia Swenson gets blocked, but it's out of bounds. Another block attempt from Lily Reese. Olivia Swenson. Not as much screaming on these serves now. You got to conserve your energy, right, if you're a Rebels fan. Good layout, and then over by Stella Swenson after Olivia Swenson did all she could to keep it alive. Kill for Lily Reese.
Lily Reese beating the block of Wayzata there. She sneaks that to the right of the outstretched blocking arm here. We'll take another look. Yeah, drifted it to her right and just kept taking it where it wanted to go. Really nice set choice, really great finish.
Olivia Swenson from the middle, Erickson to Moberg. Hansen across, dug up by Johnson. Back set, both gets blocked but out. Kelsenberg and Weisberg back in for Wayzata. Weisberg serving. 6-4 Trojans. Harley Hansen didn't get as much on that swing, I don't think, as she wanted to, but it had the right effect.
Yeah, that was way fast to the pin. She was not expecting that ball to get there that quick. As we take a look at John Yunker in his 12th year as head coach of the Champlin Park Rebels, state champions in 2018. And both of these men have a lot of respect for each other, a lot of respect for the game, well respected around the state and around the country.
Kylie Gargas in for the first time in this set, serving. Jesuits, DeVote. Gargas will set it to Hansen. Just got it down. Olivia Swenson looked at her bench, said, my bad. Elected to let it go, and it dropped.
The first time she's been wrong in 2 matches. She's been everywhere in the section, semi and tonight.
Stella Swenson will set it to Kelsenberg. Dropped it right over Reese.
Kelsenberg's vision is so good. Everything she's doing so far ending well. Runs this gap, beats the 2 blockers, and recognizes that right back is a little too deep. Gargas not quite in a spot to make a play there.
Gargas back set for Axness. Stella Swenson quick set for Jesuits. Gargas to the middle, pushed over by Adler. Kind of changed her touch on the ball in the air, Andy, how she was going to attack that, and did a great job.
You know, Gilk gets a lot of the attention here for this team, but she's built like somebody that can take over a match, and when she's given the opportunity, she's proven to do so.
That one ties it at 7. Jesuits. Erickson will pick up. Axness for Hansen. Johnson to the middle. Olivia Swenson from Stella Swenson. Another good pickup by Erickson. Here's Gilk swinging down.
I would like to formally apologize to Carla Gilk for not recognizing her enough earlier. That was the swing we've been waiting for. Big lefty down the line. Take another look at this one. Almost a safety first defensive effort there. Wow, a lot of pace on that one.
Rebels with 3 in a row, up 8-7. Jesuits down the line, times it up.
A lot of chaos, and Jesuits just takes a breath and puts it into the open floor.
Back to serve for the second time here in this second set. Back set, handled by Johnson. Over by Stella Swenson. Here's Axness to Gilk again, gets blocked this time. I'll go to Hansen. Johnson the pickup. Stella Swenson to Olivia Swenson. Gets blocked. Stella Swenson picks that up off the net. Olivia Swenson attack. Picked up by Axness. Here's Gilk again. Tips it over. Johnson off of her. Terrific rally and a good point for Champlin Park.
The vision of these attackers is so next level. You can't recognize it if you're not paying close enough attention. Gilk recognizing where the defense was crashing to and throws it somewhere else. Such smart play as we see a missed serve there from Hansen.
9-9 here in set 2. Wayzata winning the first set 28-26. Johnson serves. At the net. And into the net goes an ace for Sophia Johnson. 10-9 Trojans. Set to Gilk, pushing it down the line. Johnson got a hand on it, and that's off of Jesuits out.
Good extension there.
It's 10-10. Kaylin Erickson puts it in play. Good serve. Stella Swenson over by Kerr. Gilk will handle this and push it over. Stella Swenson to Olivia Swenson. Dig by Hansen. They go to Gilk again and down. We talked about the touch shots, the tips she had last week in the semifinals against Maple Grove. There's another example.
Absolutely. She's so smart with where she's going. We'll take a look at this. I want to know if Johnson needs to make an adjustment and come up. Although last time she did that, she took one almost off the face. So maybe it's Gilk just doing things that are indefensible back to back.
Tight to net, Axness handling it to Moberg. Off the antenna. Point Wayzata.
Yeah, not quite the set Axness wanted to give Moberg there, and she tries to go into hands but finds the antenna instead.
Moats back in, Stella Swenson serving. Push down the line and in, there's Gilk again.
I got scared. That had the timing of a whistle, like Jeff Krause was going to call a throw on that one.
12-11 Champlin Park. Swenson in the middle. Swenson to Swenson. Olivia Swenson the kill.
Wonder if they're going to try and triple block that one of these times. It's high enough. All three blockers could get there, but I don't know if they think she has the shot to work around it because her shot selection's been good too. But every time she swung on that 2-ball, it's been pretty productive.
Let's go Rebels! Let's go Rebels!
Tied at 12. Axness, Gilk with the big swing, handled by Johnson. Olivia Swenson runs up on that ball. Axness touched at the net, blocked by Wayzata. Picked up, Moberg will push it down the line. Stella Swenson back to Vogt. Gone cross court a number of times tonight, and yet another kill for Kaylin Vogt.
Take a look at this swing again. Great back set, beats the block into the corner. That's indefensible. Really nice swing.
Ball goes back to Gilk, too strong this time. Hasn't had a lot of hitting errors tonight, but there's one that puts Wayzata up by 2.
Scott Jackson talking about the blocking assignments in that rotation. Didn't like the look that Gilk got there.
From the middle, Marley Hansen. Olivia Swenson ducks just a little bit to get out of the way, and it's over her head. And a timeout here for Champlin Park as Wayzata has gone up by 3 at 15-12.
Yeah, 15-12. John Yunker not happy with the swing selection of those last few points there for his Rebels. Scott Jackson excited about the way things are going, but the mad scientist back at the plan here. He's talking to his players on the court. We take a look at the
sections final from 1 year ago.
Got it.
Wayzata and Champlin Park, and that Wayzata teams we talked about in the pregame was just so good. And the seniors that were a huge part of their success, along with Stella Swenson, but mostly a senior-driven group. They win in 3 here a year ago tonight at Osseo and go on to win the state championship in St. Paul.
Yeah, that team was just full of special kids. Their middles were almost unstoppable. Libero was one of the best I've seen in the state's history, and it was a lot of talk about, well, that senior class. Those underclassmen that got to watch that happen, pretty excited about the opportunity they have in front of them here tonight.
Well, Trojans trying to get back there again. Up 1-0 and up 3 here in the second set. Hansen will push it over. Great layout on that ball by Stella Swenson. There's Jesuit swinging. And the block by Reese.
Really nice block there, well timed, got off the ball and on the hitter very well. Take a quick look here, bump set and a delay there as that ball is 12 feet off the net when she swings at it.
That one, the taping down for an ace. Moberg brings her team to within 1.
Come right back at Jesuits after the hitting error and serve right at her. Look for another one coming her way here.
Handled deep corner by Johnson. Here's Jesuits at the swing, gets it down.
Sometimes you just need one more opportunity, and Jesuits takes advantage of that one. Great pass from Johnson on a tough ball serve deep into the seam.
Side out. Wayzata back up by 2. Weisberg serves deep. Maxness to Hansen. Off of Weisberg for the point.
Really good positioning there. Good shot into the corner. Weisberg not able to make the play. We'll get a couple substitutions, get back to live volleyball here in a second.
Gargas among those who rotated in here and will serve for the Rebels. Long. Nister in, and she will serve. Vote out.
Vote with a relatively quiet for her tonight through rotations there.
Well, tipped in the middle by Adler. They go to Olivia Swenson, 2 on.
Sometimes Swenson gets a little excited under that back row attack as she did there. Didn't quite have enough to finish well into the corner. Like the idea, like the set choice, she can finish that better.
(17-16). Axis sets up Hansen, tips it over the blocker. Stella Swenson punches it back over. They'll go back to Hansen, gets blocked. Gilk with the pickup. Go back to Hansen again, blocked again. Stella Swenson and Kelsenberg reject the swing from Marley Hansen.
Yeah, Hansen gets repeat 3 times in a row there, and the block just sits on it. Great chase here from Kelsenberg. They'll each get credit for half a block, but Kelsenberg's left hand finishes that play.
18-16, Jesuits floats the serve across. Axness to Adler, great pickup by Nister down the line. Champlin Park keeping it alive. Maybe we had a ball hitting the antenna, right, by Wayzata?
Yep.
Just a little bit to hear the whistle in the gym, and the point goes to Champlin Park. Stella Swenson has to run that one down. Olivia Swenson cuts it across and down.
Wow. That is a filthy shot from the junior outside hitter committed to Minnesota. Really nice spot there, finding it just, you find the tape here. Oh, didn't even quite catch tape. But yeah, Moberg not in position to expect that one to come back.
Gilk will push it over the block, but handled by Stella Swenson. Will go to Stella Swenson. She'll attack this time and gets it down. 20-17.
Quick conversation amongst the Champlin Park fan or coaches about whose ball that should have been.
Back set to Carly Gilk and got it down. Big point for Champlin Park. They get to 18, down by 2 now.
In a match like this, 21-17 would have been a big deficit to come back from. That point is huge. They're going to need to get another one here. Get back within 1. Wayzata going to probably go outside here.
Stella Swenson, let's go outside. Olivia Swenson gets it set right back.
Good discipline from Reese and from Gilk there to wait on that and push.
2 big points in a row for the Rebels. They're back to within 1. Erickson, good serve. Nister, Swenson to Olivia Swenson, too long. And Champlin Park has tied it.
Scott gonna take it here. Looks at his assistant coaching staff. Nope. Trust comes through again. He was right last time.
A race to 5, right, Andy? We're tied at 20. Olivia Swenson blocked. I'll go back to her again, off hands. Pick up by Axness. To Gilk, down the line. Pick up by Johnson. Collision there. Dan Kurth hitting it into the net. Hitting air, and the point to Champlin Park. They've scored 4 in a row. And a timeout for Wayzata.
That oopsie point at 20-17 turns into a 4-point run for Champlin Park. Scott Jackson's going to call a timeout here to settle things down. We'll take a look at that last point here. Great tip, pushed. Pickup from Johnson, a little miscommunication there. Stella Swenson, the setter, responsible for the second contact, but Nister, unsure if she was going to get there, decides she's going to make a play, leading to a little bit of chaos. Scott Jackson, well-timed timeout here. Get everybody back on the same page as they come off this timeout. They're going to have first swing to tie it up at 21. That's what we're looking for here. A good pass. Nister is on the floor, which means that Stella's in the front row. I believe she's up there with Kurth and Olivia. Kurth on a slide. Probably the choice I'd go with here. See if we can get the one-on-one on the outside. Gilk in the front row. I don't know if John wants to commit block on Olivia Swenson or not, because Malberg can't take Stella and Kurth on her own. We'll see what the block looks like off this timeout. Serve very important here.
Erickson serves, handled by Nister. They go across. Olivia Swenson gets blocked. And the net kept alive. Stella Swenson over. Out by Hansen. Here's Gilk swinging cross court. What a swing. Wow. And perfect placement by Carly Gilk.
Surgical super cut from the lefty there to go up by 2 for Champlin Park. Take a quick look here. Great set from Axness. Cuts open. Back to live ball.
Stella Swenson across, handled by Erickson. Axness to Moberg. 6 in a row for Champlin Park.
Net violation there on Stella Swenson, and Scott Jackson going to call another timeout, as it is more than unruly in here right now, John. The volume catching up with the intensity on the floor. The whistles and screaming we heard at set 1 are back from the Champlin Park student section, trying to look at where the setter is, what we have going on. Allison Axness running the timeout here, talking to the girls. You can tell there's a difference. When Allison's talking, there's a lot more smiles. When John's talking, there's a lot more seriousness. Both needed in order for a team to get to this point, and a great head coach will know when the assistant coach's voice is needed and when his voice is needed. Really good job here by the Rebels as they are on a 6-0 run, up 23-20 coming back in. We have not called Stella Swenson's name yet. If Moberg doesn't pay attention, we could see it on a serve receive. Otherwise, I see her dumping this ball in transition.
Champlin Park on the verge of tying this one up 23-20. Stella Swenson dumps it. We had a quick early whistle.
We didn't have a whistle.
Did I hear a whistle?
I thought I did too.
Everybody kind of paused. We're going to replay the point.
I think the R2 was blowing the whistle to get the attention of the Wayzata bench about something. And Erickson served.
Olivia Swenson gets blocked off Mr. Stella Swenson. Back to Olivia Swenson and over. Axness back to Gilk. Gets blocked this time. Kept alive by Reese. Over, and there's a big swing and kill from Olivia Swenson to make it 23-21.
Back into the, take a look at this swing here to finish. Big chaos rally, and Olivia Swenson closes her fist to finish that rally. Stella to serve.
Axness to Reese. Set point, Champlin Park.
Reese just fearless on that swing. Great location. Tempo was there. Trusting in the middle swing there. Reese swings blind, and the set is put right in her hands.
24-21 with Gilk serving. Floats it over. Stella Swenson. Set vote. Ball goes to Gilk. Johnson picks it up. Stella Swenson. To Olivia Swenson. Off hands. Gilk will pick it up. Back across and over by Erickson. Stella Swenson back set vote off hands and down. Wayzata still alive.
Hansen, everything she had to make a move for that. She just didn't have it. Good use there as Vogt might have double-digit kills in 2 sets.
Olivia Swenson, deep and handled by Hansen. Axness has to chase it and over by Moberg. Stella Swenson back, Vogt across, up high on Gilk. Over by Hansen. Back it goes to Vogt. 24-23. Timeout Rebels.
Up 1, still at set point. Champlin Park going to take a timeout to talk about it. This is a tough rotation for the Rebels with Hansen and Gilk in the back row. Looking for them right now, need a good pass. I like Hansen. If we can get Reese to run the slide behind, you can run Hansen or Gilk on the pipe and see if we can get a split block. But the way Swenson is serving may be tough. Here we take a look at the end of this point again. Another back set. The mad lefty finding the edge of the block, giving Moberg some of her own medicine.
The mad lefty, I like that.
There's a few of them here to talk about, John. It's not common you get this many great lefties in one match. As a lefty myself, I love seeing southpaws getting the ball here.
Well, Rebels still in front. It's still set point, but the last 3 points have gone to Wayzata.
Is that 4 or 5 set points that Champlin now has not been able to convert over the last 2 sets?
Right. At least 5, yeah. Olivia Swenson putting it in play. Moberg over. All set back. Vogt again. Wow. Dug up though. Great dig by Gilk. And a point for Wayzata.
Reese called in the net there, 24-24. I'd like to see her get the ball here. See if we can find Reese and serve receive.
Axness goes to Lily Reese. Set point.
That's
Champlin
such
Park.
good team volleyball right there. Right after your junior middle Goods had called for a net violation to get her the ball and serve receive, gets her back mentally in the game. Hansen getting instruction from Allison Axness on how they're going to block this rotation. It might not matter.
No, gets over. Vogt able to keep it alive. Hansen swing. Stella Swenson on the floor. There we go.
They are cashed. These players have played 2 emotional sets of volleyball. 26-24, Champlin wins set 2 after losing set 1 by the exact, 28-26. That's a lot of volleyball for 2 sets, John.
I hope you don't have anywhere to go.
I got no place I'd rather be than in Osseo High School watching great section final volleyball.
Tied up a set apiece. Champlin Park, Wayzata. More volleyball on CCX right after this.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
I'm a first-generation Filipino American.
You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
It's a raucous atmosphere at Osseo High School, ready for set 3, Section 5 4A final between Champlin Park and Wayzata. 2 terrific sets so far, Andy Gugersberg.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's a song that can unite this country more than Sweet Caroline, I don't know what it is. Both student sections screaming along in between sets.
Neil Diamond had any idea 50 years ago how popular this song would be again. Look at, whistle and a violation against Wayzata. I didn't see what they called, Andy.
It was a net violation on Swenson. Scott Jackson a little shaken by it. Didn't think that was the call.
Reese Axness putting it in play. Nister to Stella Swenson. Tip over by Kelsenberg. Hansen over. Back row handled by Jesuits. Dumped by Stella Swenson. Somehow kept alive and over by Erickson. Kelsenberg will put it back over. Quick ball to the middle. Adler. And another player in the net. Kelsenberg this time.
You can see it at the end of set 2. Everybody's sucking wind a little bit here. They're tired. We'll see if stamina plays a factor here in sets 3 and 4.
Back it goes, Olivia Swenson. Got a little tip. And then the point. First point for Wayzata here in set 3. And too strong on the serve from Sophia Johnson. Rebels. Hansen serving. Swenson back, cross court, down for the kill. It's Riley Kerr.
Some bench confusion there as the Trojans are a little dehydrated. Scott Jackson getting people to get water bottles for everybody. And away we go.
Both back in. Stella Swenson to serve. Swing by Gilk. Nice pickup by Stella Swenson. Olivia Swenson, back row. Hanson lays out for it. Gilk will swing again. 2 on.
Look for hands there, no find. 33. Back set here, she goes for the top of the block and misses by about 1.5 feet.
Here's Gilk, will tip it this time. Good layout by Johnson. Stella Swenson. 4-3, Wayzata. Excuse me, Olivia Swenson.
Big swing from Olivia there. She does a nice job finding the floor.
Stella Swenson serving. Adler missed.
Adler pushes that one a little bit. Didn't like the set location she got. Tried to finish. Pushed it wide.
No, Wayzata with a mini run. Anything like 3 points seems like a lot, doesn't it? By one team in a row. Gilk swings and gets the point.
That one torqued her shoulder a little bit. She kind of got under that ball, but still able to take a big swing. Let's take another look here at this final swing. Just that shoulder open to close. Really nice rotation on that left shoulder.
Stella Swenson to the middle, and a missed time there by Olivia Swenson. Tied at 5.
See if Olivia stays back here. They seem to be serving into that seam quite well now.
Missed. Service error, side out Wayzata. (6-5) Trojans. Ball the middle and over, handled by Olivia Swenson at the net. Across and down. Moberg with the kill. Sarah Moberg's had her moments tonight, Andy.
She certainly has. She's not a player you're going to game plan to stop, but if you give her opportunity, she's going to take advantage. Really great location there in the 5-6 seam.
Gilk rifles a serve into the net. Side out Wayzata. They are by 1. Kelsenberg and Weisberg back in. Back set to Reese from Reese Axness. Champlin Park point.
They have to make an adjustment. Every time Weisberg serves, it's something to the right antenna and it's tipped over the block and down. Weisberg's got to come up and pick that ball up, make them do something different with it.
Stella Swenson to Kelsenberg over, picked up by Gilk. Hanson attacks 2 on.
Hanson, big swing there, but a little under the ball, not able to finish.
Wayzata back up by 1. Mr. serves. Back row handled by Erickson.
Uh-oh.
Axness. Ball handling error. Point Wayzata. They lead by 2. Here's the swing and long, or excuse me, wide on the attack from Hanson. Trojans by 3, or at 10-7 now here in set 3.
Yeah, Hansen a little flushed as well. Doesn't quite have the same pop she had earlier in the night. See if she's got another one in her here.
It's blocked here, but down. Off the hands and dropped for a point.
Smarter, not harder, as Hansen finds the edge of the block there. Score it.
Gargis and Adler return to the lineup for Champlin Park. Gargis serving. Ball in the middle, Kelsenberg got it returned to her. Point for Champlin Park as we get Olivia Swenson in the net. Now let's go off to Johnson and ace.
That you don't see very often. Johnson getting ace for the first time tonight.
Gargis ties it at 10. Off the tape, Johnson picks this one up. Still at Swenson will dump it over.
The junior will take over when she needs to, and did right there. Much needed side out. Good look. You watch her look off the ball, find where the defense is, and then go from there.
Jesuits floats it deep. Gilk handles it. Gargis to Hansen. Johnson. Stella Swanson to Olivia Swanson down the line off of Gargis. Over by Hansen and right in front of Jesuits. Eleven. Serve from Axness off of Johnson. Over by Wayzata. Axness back to Gilk. Pushes it over. Nister got it. Olivia Swenson.
Great
found the
corner.
spot.
Indefensible. That corner is such a great spot. Take a look at that swing again. Again, she takes her eye off the ball to see where the defense isn't and puts the ball down.
Back set, Hansen over.
Hansen, quick swing there.
We've had some errors tonight, Andy, but not to the extent I'd say that either of these teams had in the semifinals,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Wayzata really never threatened by Hopkins, but didn't play clean volleyball at all in Champlin Park with a number of errors, too, against Maple Grove. We haven't seen that for the most part tonight. It's just been good volleyball. This one off of Maxness and out. Point for Wayzata.
Legs are getting heavy here in set 3. I think that's been most of our errors right now, has been the extended rally. The end of the point is an uncharacteristic error by one team or another. It's not that service ace we had where Johnson got ace. That's not common.
Over by Swenson to the back row, handled by Erickson. Here's Gilk attacking off of Jesuit.
Big swing there from the sophomore right side into the 6. Not a whole lot of opportunity for Jesuits to move. 13. Here we see Olivia Swenson. See where she goes here. She's coming in on a 2-ball.
Tips it over the block. Erickson runs up on that. Axness to Reese.
Great touch.
Go Swenson to Johnson. Over by Kirk. Back set to Gilk. It's blocked and off hands and down. Champlin Park back in front.
Gilk coming alive here in set 3 again.
Erickson serving. Back row handled by Olivia Swenson. They go back to her. Erickson to Axness, quickly to Reese. Picked up by Swenson. Jesuits up to Stella Swenson. Kept alive by Kurth. Vogt. Another senior, a kill for the senior.
It had been a minute. She was due. Big swing off the edge of the block again for her.
Caitlin Vogt ties it at 14. Axness quickly to Reese, gets blocked. Able,
4-touch call.
Yeah, 4-touch on it. It didn't make it over. Yeah. Oh, Wayzata back in front. Ball gets set to Gilk across. Stella Swenson tight to the net. Gilk will get credit for the kill. They're tied again. Number 7 does nothing but cause chaos for opponents, right?
Absolutely. She's playing pretty. Oh, and as we talk about it, right, that's bound to happen. Announcer jinx.
Missed on the serve. Wayzata side out, back in front. Weisberg serves. Back row Erickson. Quick set. Moberg gets blocked. This time Vogt with a block.
Moberg never had a chance there. That ball never got high enough for her to do much with it. Another fastball set from Axness. It's up into the block, and Kelsenberg and Vogt handle it.
Reese trying to tip it over and couldn't.
Might be time here, John.
And we do get the timeout from John Yunker. 18-15 Wayzata.
Lots of back and forth momentum, 3-point runs on both sides. We've had a handful of them. Really good volleyball from these two teams. We are excited that you are with us here on CCX. Scott Jackson talking with his, is that his serving specialist, Weisberg? Yeah, talking to Weisberg right now about what needs to happen next. Everybody kind of getting a little bit of a breather. Normally you see teams kind of like a fighter, right? You sit down for a little bit, you get back out there to show them you're ready. Nobody's getting up early here. Oh, I take it back as we see Lily Reese already back on the court. Champlin Park getting back into it. Scott Jackson telling his athletes, hey, get a breath, then go out there and get into it. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we talked about there's a second match yet to follow. I've started to see Monticello fans already filter in. They might be waiting a while yet. We're only in set 3, and we're like hour 15, hour 20 into this match.
Yeah, warm-ups are supposed to start for the next one here in about 5 minutes. I think they're going to be a little delayed.
Just a little. So we'll see if the Rebels can get something going out of this timeout. Weisberg over to Vogt. This time, this is on. Hasn't missed much tonight.
If at all. That might be her first hitting error of the night.
Moberg will serve. 18-16, her team trailing by 2. So Swenson, another point for Champlin Park. Double contact on Wayzata this time. You can't do that. 18-17. You can't do that. Stella Swenson to Kelsenberg. A lot on that and just enough to get it over the tape, off hands and down. Not for a moment that might land on her side, but she had a lot of power behind that swing.
That is a true zero-tempo gap set there. Kelsenberg trusting Swenson's going to find her at the top of her jump, and she does. Really nice set, really nice swing to finish.
Axness setting the ball for Reese. The line ball at the net and over by Reese. Stella Swenson across for Jesuits, gets blocked by Reese and Axness. Looks like it was Reese that got up for it.
Jesuits hobbling a little bit there. She had some ankle stuff that she was working through during the semifinal. Looks like she may have just re-aggravated it there.
Serve long on this serve from Gargas.
Gargas, her second big miss. The two she's missed haven't been close.
20-18 with Jesuits serving. Gargas will set it for Hansen off hands. Johnson got a hand on it. Stella Swenson over by Olivia Swenson. Hacksness attacking here. Jesuits up to Stella Swenson quickly for Kelsenberg. 21-18. Timeout Champlin Park.
Yeah, Kelsenberg just stays available. Very few setters are going to force that ball to the middle. Kelsenberg knows that she's got one of the best in the state that's going to do it, and she does. A little bit of over-rotation over the triple block and down into the 5-6. Really great location there. Champlin Park needing a little bit of downtime here, needing to reset. John came in and gave him the fire and brimstone. Axness comes through and lightens things up a little bit. They're back out on the floor. Scott Jackson talking about blocking systems and about how to finish a set, what they're going to do out of this timeout.
Rebels not out of it, Andy, but as you like to say, what? They're running out of road.
Running out of road, absolutely. You know, there's a lot of beautiful parts about this game. You know, you can't lose if you score the next point. And but you got some opportunities in front of you. You want to take advantage if you're Champlin Park. But just know that in this rotation, Stella Swenson has her favorite target in the front row for the next 3 rotations. So not only are you going to need to get a side out, but you're going to have to slow them down as well.
Avery Jesuit serving, handled the back row by Gilk. Here's Hansen swinging. That'll be a big kill when Rebels get a much-needed points, 21-19.
There's that side out they needed. We'll see what happens here. Erickson needs to go on a run. Look for her to drop one in front of Jesuits. Excuse me, Axness.
Axness serving. Stella Swenson to Olivia Swenson, off hands, picked up. Axness across to Hansen. Back-to-back kills for the senior.
I don't know where she snuck that ball in. I thought the block looked pretty well formed. She might have got cut outside it or hit over it. Let's take a look. Really nice set. Oh, she goes in the seam. Kelsenberg had to pay attention to the Adler. And there's an ace off of Jesuits.
Tied at 21.
I feel like we've been here before,
yeah, right,
John.
Right. Axness will go again and then serves it into the net. Wayzata gets a break there. Ends a 3-0 Champlin Park run. They're back in front.
Scott Jackson changing his serve receive, pulling Jesuits out of the pattern, and sometimes that change in look causes confusion for servers, as it did there.
Axness outside goes to Gilk. Jesuits gets it up. Olivia Swenson. Point for Wayzata. (23-21) Trojans. Johnson serving. The scream is back. Johnson unfazed. Back set Hansen. Jesuits lays out. Stella Swenson. Oh, what a play.
So good. Great play from Jesuits there on the run through. Swenson moving from her right to left, reverses flow on that dump to give Wayzata a set point.
Johnson serves. Gilk will push it over at the net and down. Hansen the kill.
Hansen smooth, 24-22. Rebels need a push. Quick side out here from Wayzata will give them set 3.
Stella Swenson to Olivia Swenson. Axness, back set, Gilk. Handled by Jesuits, overpass. Handled, Gilk will attack again. Got it.
Filthy corner. 24-23. Scott's got one, right? He's got to take it here, doesn't he? He's going to sit on it, trusting his team.
24-23. Olivia Swenson swings. Great layout by Erickson. Go to Gilk again, pushing it down the line. Go to Swenson. Olivia Swenson gets blocked, but wide off Gilk's hands, and set 3 goes to Wayzata, 25-23.
Big swing from Swenson down the stretch. Great finish from the junior outside hitter. Gives the 2-point win for the third time.
Yeah.
We'll take a look here. Watch this whole point. Really good serve. Pass takes Stella off the net. Olivia with a big swing. Great layout there from Erickson. Axness goes to Gilk. Gilk throws it down line. Johnson picks it up. We're going out to Swenson again. This time she finds the block, finds the edge, out of bounds. Great use. 25-23 Trojans. They lead 2-1.
And we got more volleyball to come. Wayzata now a set away from going back to state. Fourth set coming up. More Section 5 4A volleyball live on CCX after this.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
They have all been terrific sets, and Wayzata heading into set 4, up 2-1 now. 25-23 there in set 3. Trying to close it out and get back to state for a third consecutive season. Is not disappointed tonight. This volleyball we've seen in the last hour and a half. Not a full house at Osseo, but a pretty good crowd and a good-sized field house. And again, some fans moving in for the second set, the 5-3A final between Big Lake and Monticello. There we go with set 4. Jesuits with the serve for the Trojans. We are underway. Ball going in the middle. Kat Adler the attack. Olivia Swenson will get the first kill for Wayzata in set 4. Trojans with Jesuits. Serving here for Wayzata. Floats it over, spun it, or Moberg handled it. Adler across, and she'll get the kill. Tight to the net. Stella Swenson wins that battle.
She's so good at that. Picks up that ball, picks up the hitter as she's about to throw the overpass back, and beats her to the punch.
Johnson putting it in play. Access, back set, Gilk. Picked up by Johnson. Stella Swenson. Wow. Stella's starting to feel it.
Yeah.
Or Olivia, excuse me.
Olivia into the corner there. Really nice shot. See if they want to take that away, maybe make a blocking adjustment. She's gotten that shot multiple times.
Both sisters playing well right now, right, Andy?
Absolutely.
Off hands, a point for Champlin Park.
Moberg quietly having a nice little afternoon herself here.
Rebels trail by 1 here in the 4th set. Stella Swenson runs it down all the way across to Olivia. Axness will set up Moberg. Stella Swenson will dump it.
Swenson just goes over Moberg there and down for the point.
Two. That's off of Erickson, kept alive by Moberg, and then over by Erickson. Oh, and then Jesuits running up the back of Vogt. They collide, the ball drops.
Another communication error from Wayzata there.
Ball to the middle.
Oh, wow.
Burke gets blocked. Good block there by Reese. And then just slipped over the tape and down on that swing from Olivia Swenson.
Yeah, really good location. Again, Swenson able to see where the floor defenders are. Does a really nice job.
Again, this is a player missed all of last year, Andy. Come back from an injury and has obviously been a huge part of this program's success this season. Jesuits right into the tape. He didn't quite have the lift, Andy. You talked about that ankle problem that seemed to kind of show up a little bit in the last set. Just didn't have much on that. 5-4. Wayzata still up. Moberg putting it in play. From the middle, Liv Swenson. Great pickup by Gilk. Here's Hansen off hands. Stella Swenson. Back to Vogt. Point for Vogt.
Net violation on Hansen there, and Wayzata's up by 2.
Kelsenberg, Weisberg back in again. Johnson and Perth out. Here's Reese. Back row, Olivia Swenson, Stella Swenson. Over by Vogt and down. Back-to-back points. Kingman Bolt very much involved in the success tonight for Wayzata. They're up by 3. Weisberg puts it over. Here's Reese, too strong. 8-4 Wayzata here in the 4th set.
Could be an early timeout here for Champlin Park. John Junker getting a feel for his athletes. See how everybody's doing. Check in, complete. Weisberg to serve again.
Let's go Rebels! Let's go Rebels!
Ball goes to Hansen, handled by Olivia Swenson. Stella Swenson, the Vogt gets blocked this time. We'll go back to Olivia, this time in the middle. Good block by Reese.
Well-timed block out of the back row there as Reese sees it and makes an independent hand move to get the Rebels back within 3.
Reese, another player I think doesn't get enough attention, but she's a really good player.
Absolutely true.
Gargas serving. Quick set to Kelsenberg. Trojans get a point. Quick side out.
It doesn't matter. They know it's coming, and Kelsenberg still puts it through the block again. It's her second or third one of those recently.
9-5 Trojans. Here's Nister. Hansen wasn't in a position to get an attack there and didn't get a good swing either.
Didn't make it in with her teammate. She's starting to get frustrated here. See how she recovers.
10-5 Trojans. They'll go at Hansen. Axis pushed across. Here's Jesuits.
This is wide.
Good swing, but just missed it touch wide. 10-6. Serve from the sophomore Axis. Back it comes. Oh, good block on Kelsenberg. Kept alive and over by Olivia Swenson. Here's Gilk. She delivers, and it's 10-7.
Great hustle from Wayzata. That's the first time I believe we've had one of those that hasn't ended with a Wayzata point. We'll see if Champlin Park takes that and runs with it.
Ball across, Jesuits partially blocked in. Gilk gets it up and dumps it back over.
Good secondary effort there from the sophomore right side.
Rebels down 2. Stella Swenson dumps it. Rebels get a little run. Stella says, let's end this right now.
Yep. She's going to take over when she needs to.
Jesuit serves. Hansen. Axis. Middle. Adler. Olivia Swenson, pretty tight set, but able to get it through the blockers and down.
It's a big confidence swing from the junior there.
(12-8). Jesuit serves. Back row Erickson. Axis back. Hansen. Good dig by Jesuits. Liv Swenson again. Nice dig by Erickson. Here's Gilk pushing it down the line. Good pickup by Johnson. Stella Swenson pushing it over. Moberg was ready for it. Gilk attacks. Point Champlin Park. Great rally.
Good opportunities from a lot of attacking options there on both sides of the net. We'll take a look at how this one ended. See the back set there. Gilk going cross court and drops it in front of Nister and Jesuits.
Swenson to Swenson. Dug up by Erickson. Here's Gilk. Tips it over. Layout by Johnson. Olivia Swenson again. Down to the floor. Hansen got to that one. Over by Moberg. Stella Swenson. Olivia Swenson. Tap it over. Back set Gilk. Jesuits to the net. Tip. Oh, what a play by Stella Swenson. Jesuits didn't get a great pass up, but Stella Swenson punched it over and got the point.
Really nice play. Really nice finish there. You see her big swing. That ball dug quick. Stella, all she can do is throw a hand on it, and it goes deep enough to get behind the defenders of Champlin Park and down for a point. Wayzata up 4.
Been in control in this set. Swing from Gilk. Dug up by Johnson. Olivia Swenson over. Quick set, over by Adler. Olivia Swenson, cross court, dig out. Erickson, Gilk over. Stella Swenson digs it. Johnson to Olivia Swenson. Gilk again. Jesuits back row. Stella Swenson, quick to the middle, over. On the swing by Kurth. Here's Gilk again, gets blocked. Keeps it alive as she gets it back. Erickson over. Missed her up. Olivia Swenson. I just kind of ran out of energy at the end of that point on both sides. I was exhausted watching it.
I'm glad you're doing all the play-by-play. I get tired listening to you halfway through that. Holy cow, that's a lot of good volleyball again.
A lot of people get tired of listening to me, Andy. Big point for Champlin Park, though, Andy. That would have been, well, 5 points now. They give it right back, though, unfortunately, on the service error here, and it's back to a 4-point margin for Wayzata, 14-10.
That's a big one. That's a big one. You hate to say it, they're all worth one, but that was the momentum swing that Champlin Park was looking for. And now they put ace leader Stella Swenson on the line. But she misses as well.
Back to the Rebels, 14-11. Gilk to serve. Need a run. Champlin Park does here. Stella Swenson's got to run that one down. Johnson flips it across. Axness has set up Reese. 13-12.
Another one of those big rallies here. High ball in the middle, off the edge of the block, and no move from Swenson or Jesuit. Scott Jackson sees the look on his players' faces, knowing they need to get off their feet for a little bit. Not a whole lot of substitution on either side of this bench, on either side of this match. They don't go to the bench very often, so the players that are out there have been out there pretty much nonstop. 14-12, Wayzata's up. Champlin Park pushing here on a little 2-point run, trying to figure out in this rotation what's going to happen. Junker just looked at his setter, Reese Axness, kind of talking to her about what the options are when they get an opportunity in transition. Scott Jackson looks like he's talking more emotion right now, trying to figure out who's going to go with what. Looks right at Olivia Swenson. Are you ready for this? Look for her to get this ball out of the timeout. Pass anywhere near settable. My guess is Olivia's going to go. Now, I think she's in the 1 here, so she could either go behind or she could come around and hit the 2 ball. My guess is if they serve her inside, she'll stay in. If they serve her outside, she'll stay out. Last time we spent this much time talking about it, we had a missed serve, so who knows?
14-12, Gilk serving.
2 ball, coming, triple block, through.
Erickson across to Moberg, tips it over the block. Great layout on that ball by Stella Swenson. They'll go back to Moberg. Again, the layout by Stella Swenson. To the middle, Reese with the kill.
It's just an angry swing. She sees the double block and doesn't care. Big rip there from number 6. In a space.
Gilk to put it in play, trying to tie it up here in the 4th set. Across, and too strong this time from Olivia Swenson.
They're in the stack. See if we get a block switch. See if Reese commits early. A lot of window dressing in Swenson in the front row.
Stella Swenson to Olivia Swenson and block. Axness gets the block and Champlin Park in front.
Reese Axness real jacked on that block. Great commit there. Her and Lily Reese get out there to close. Swenson looking for Axness's outside hand, can't find it. They serve her again. Now we're going to go off net.
Swenson will cross. Axness to Reese. Missed wide.
Desperately needed side out there from Wayzata.
Tied at 15.
Hey, 2-5! You look like you need a breather!
Over on the serve from Swenson. Ball tipped at the net. Gilk. And over by Reese. And that's going to land wrong. Point for the Trojans. 16-15 Wayzata. Olivia Swenson serving again. Hanson. Reese down for the point. Big points.
If as a middle you get up in the air before the block does, you can beat the block no matter if they know you're coming or not. The Wayzata block not able to penetrate the net on that one.
Moberg serving, tied at 16. Jesuits over and down. That had a lot of kills tonight. A big point there for the junior.
Take another look at this big swing from Jesuits. Big elevation, finds the edge of the block, and Erickson not able to run that ball down.
Weisberg serving. Here's Hanson off of Olivia Swenson, and point for Wayzata. Excuse me, point for Champlin Park.
Great hustle from the Trojans there, but not enough as they're sending her on the antenna. Trying to get everything calmed down again.
Kelsenberg, big swing, gets a tip of the net, and gets the point. She's been solid tonight, Andy. Puts her team back in front.
Absolutely. Takes a swing here, waits for the overpass to come back to her, and she sweeps it where nobody is.
Argas to Hanson. Nister up. Jesuits from Stella Swenson chips it. Hanson got to that ball over by Axness. Layout by Olivia Swenson. Another angry swing, Andy, this time on the Wayzata side from Kelsenberg. They're up by 2. Timeout, Champlin Park.
Good long rallies, great defensive effort. This is everything we hoped for when we came in the building tonight. 19-17 Wayzata up 2 sets to 1, looking to close this one out and find a return trip to the state tournament. We'll take a look at the end of this one. Axness with a good roll shot picked up by Olivia Swenson. Stella goes to Kelsenberg in the middle. The triple block is there, but just like we talked about on the other side, if Kelsenberg is in the air early enough, she's able to swing through that ball and the block becomes relatively irrelevant. Big swing from her, looking for a closeout. Scott Jackson talking about this is where the tool is going to be a part of the game. Look for a quick block. We're going to have a substitution here. Axness is going to get the second contact responsibilities back as Reese will come in, then Erickson, the libero, will go in for her. The rotation with Axness hitting hasn't really been much of an attacking option. She's been set once or twice, but has not terminated any of those balls. I like the move by Coach John Junker here to let Axness run the offense again.
(19-17). Wayzata 6 points away from a trip to the state tournament. Ball goes to Hanson, gets blocked. Dug up by Axness. They'll go to Hanson again.
Snuck that one through.
Just dropping through the block and a much needed side out and point for the Rebels. 19-18. Axness back to serve. Nister. Stella Swenson's got to run it down. There's Jesuits off hands. Picked up back row Moberg. Here's Gill, good swinging. Whoa. Nice pickup by Nister.
Oh.
Jesuits swings wildly and too strong. Tied at 19.
Axness to serve.
Just got it over. Nister. So Swenson back to Jesuits, gets blocked, and the block is out. Yeah, we had a player in the net.
Oh, we had a net violation.
2019, Wayzata. Jesuits serving. They go to Gilt. Oh, got it in.
Here we are, tied at 20 again, John.
We've been here before.
Once or twice or 3 times.
Shooted by Hansen. Nister. Stella Swenson to Olivia Swenson. Dug up by Hansen. Moberg. Jesuits picks it up. Olivia Swenson gets blocked. Right. Dig by Johnson. Kilsenberg somehow slipped it over the net. And I'm laughing. It's like, I did not get much on that, but got the job done.
Sometimes a little is just enough as Kelsenberg mishits that ball, but it sneaks over the net.
Johnson serves. Back set goes to Gilk. Point Wayzata. Timeout, Champlin Park. Ball handling error on the Rebel. 22-20 Trojans.
22-20 Trojans up by 2 in set 4. A ball handling error on a tight play. Gilk gets called for the prolonged contact, I believe is what they'll consider that. Looking for a side out here. Ball's got to go to Gilk. Gilk's going to take one through the seam if she's given the opportunity. Serving for Wayzata, they're going to need a quick serve and a commit block on the right side. It's been a minute. We haven't called Adler's name in a while. I don't know that they're going to go to her out of server seed, but perhaps in transition, Axness will roll the dice.
Quick note, Andy, I wanted to get in here. Before the match tonight, I had a brief chat with Mel Goldstein, who was one of our favorite players from last year. Exactly.
Yes.
Last year's Wayzata State Championship team. Came in home, attending Indiana University now, came home to watch this tonight, going into journalism. Great to see her again.
Excellent.
She's here, part of the Wayzata crowd tonight.
Love that. Is that her?
There's Mel's right there,
right
the blue
there.
sweatshirt. We found her.
Good camera
Good
work
job,
again,
Chris.
guys.
Excellent. Gilk, the swing. Swenson to Swenson, down the line.
The shot open all night long. Swenson gets another one, 23-20. Wayzata 2 points away from heading to the Xcel Energy Center. Good high set. Again, vision is so good there.
You can just sense they can feel it now, right? Johnson serving. And this one, ball handling error. It's a service ace, and it's match point for Wayzata. Johnson serves. Erickson, Axness, over by Adler. At the net, across, Olivia Swenson down. Wayzata back to state again.
Wow, great volleyball, great rally to finish. That was a heck of a night of volleyball. It's night now, it was afternoon when we started, John. Wayzata Section 5 4A champion Scott Jackson's squad going back to the X again this year. Excited for them. Olivia Swenson watched the entire thing last year from the sidelines as she wasn't able to play. This year, definitely the big swings down the stretch they needed. Swenson, and the rest of the Trojans heading to state.
We'll stay up here. We got the award ceremony that they're going to move to very quickly because we got that section match coming up here in the gym between Monticello and Big Lake. Great fan support. I mean, these Rebel fans were loud, but they were great. Great to see them come out and support their team. And, when I get to a match like this, no matter what the sport, you always feel bad for the losing team, and especially the seniors. This is it. Some of the time, either those girls are going on to play collegiate volleyball, but not always, right? And then, and regardless, it's a tough way to see your career end, your season end if you're an underclassman.
Yeah, you know, there's 6 seniors on this Champlin Park Rebels team. McKenna Martin, Laura Barrett, Tegan Hansen,
Alyssa Vreeman, and then the two left side hitters that were so dominant throughout the entire season, throughout the entire tournament, Sarah Moberg and Marley Hansen. Hats off to them. Here you can tell this is a team sport. These kids wearing it right now. Emotional after the loss. Proud of the fight they had. Congratulations to Champlin Park on getting to the section final in a big, tough section, and congratulations to Wayzata on coming out section champs heading to the state tournament this year.
Wayzata, the first team to get to the state tournament, Andy, and in Class 4A, and now they'll wait and see what happens in the rest of the sections. But you're never going to count out the defending state champions, right? Different group than last year, but obviously still a very talented team, and they've got as good a chance as anybody, probably better than a lot of the teams in St. Paul next week.
Yeah, I think the big challenge will be between this Wayzata team and whoever comes out of 4A. I think there's an argument for some other teams to get seeded well, depending on who wins that Section 1 championship. I think Wayzata sets themselves up very well for the 1 seed, no matter who comes out. We'll wonder who gets into it and who gets out of it. That's above my pay grade.
You see the runner-up medals being awarded to Champlin Park and Carly Gilk, and what a match she played, what a season she had, and her team looked close again tonight. Is so many sports, it comes down to a couple plays, a couple missed play here, or the other team just making an outstanding play and getting a point where you thought you were going to get one.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's anybody on that Champlin Park team that should feel bad about how they played. I think they all played high-level volleyball throughout the entire tournament. We talk about the kids that are on the floor, but I've been to enough high school gyms to know that if it weren't for the other 7-8 kids that we didn't see on the floor tonight that pushed all night long, I want to know which one of these kids got to be Olivia Swenson on a box yesterday in the gym to see what's going on there. I want to know which one of these kids got to be Stella Swenson and dish the ball around. I want to know which one of these kids did the great job of being Katie Kelsenberg, so when Katie got a couple sets early, they knew where she was going. Hats off to all of those players and everybody. That coaching staff put a great season together. Not where they wanted to be done. They wanted one more trip to the X, but they're here. There you see Hansen handling the runner-up trophy. You can tell she's frustrated. I understand the frustration of not winning, but she's got nothing to hang her head on. She had a heck of a match. She had a heck of a tournament. She had a heck of a season.
A good career.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now Wayzata will get their medals and their trophy. We'll be at XL Energy Center. I'd be remiss to not mention that our coverage of state volleyball might look a little different this year. The State High School League has severely restricted what community TV stations can do as far as number of playbacks, putting the game on YouTube, which is not allowed anymore. So we'll be there at some point, but it won't be what we've had in the past, unfortunately, which is really too bad for Wayzata in this case, of the team that we cover in 4A.
Well, this may get me in trouble, and I may not be able to come back after this little editorial, but I'm going to give you what I believe. I follow volleyball around the country, and I know people all over the world that have followed our streams from CCX for the last 5-10 years. I remember I was coaching in a tournament in Denver, Colorado, and after I got done talking to my team, a little 14-year-old tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Are you the one that does Sydney Hilly's matches?" And that was back when the great Sydney Hilly was a freshman in college at Wisconsin. John, you and the rest of the crew here at CCX do such a great job putting on such a fine product. The state tournament, it won't be the same without us down there all 3 days in the capacity we've been before. I know the people that love the game love the way we handle what we do. Your production crew does such a great job. The camera crew is always on point. All of the graphics are right where they need to be. The replays are in on time and done well. No other organization I've worked with, and I've worked with about a dozen, handles it nearly as well as you guys do. So hats off to you guys and the way you guys handle your business.
Thank you. And our crew is terrific. And this isn't just us. This is North Metro TV or Quad Cities, any of the other community media systems in the Twin Cities here that have teams that they cover that may go to state. But we'll have something on, but those of you in the outside the CCX area here in the Twin Cities, unfortunately, may not be able to see it. But we'll do our best. We'll try to get the word out at least when the match will be up. So there's my point. Now we're going to get the championship trophy, section championship. Megan Potter, the AD at Wayzata, your captain's coming up, and congratulations to Wayzata. Back to the state tournament for a third straight year. Andy, they won the last two, 19 and 21, and try to make it 3 in a row here starting next Wednesday.
We'll still call it a three-peat if they pull it off.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We don't count 2020. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from a couple of the winning Trojans players, and we'll wrap up our coverage of the Section 5 4A Volleyball Championship from Osseo High School right after this.
Can I get the now bar, please?
$1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
Got it.
I'm a first-generation Filipino American. You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Have you ever seen somebody treated unfairly because of the color of their skin?
Do you guys know what it means to have white privilege?
What is racism, and what do you think about it?
Talk to young children about what racism is, giving them the language to understand it. They can be disruptors. They can shape and shift culture.
We may not always know the answer, but we'll try and help you learn.
You don't have to have all the answers, but that doesn't mean we can't start.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
My father instilled in me the commitment to hard work. He came to this country from Michoacan as a farm worker. My mother and my father had COVID early on. In order to stay safe and be around our players and my family, I took the vaccine. An hour after I got a workout in, I may not be anybody in this world, but when people have an interaction with me, I provide my best. Maya is 5 years old. We coach her. Others are important. Believe in health and loving other people. That's what we do.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV. An exciting volleyball final tonight at Osseo High School. Wayzata, the Section 5 4A champions. They defeat Champlin Park in 4 sets. Welcome back to Osseo. John Jacobson joined now by Olivia Swenson and Caitlin Boat. And Olivia, wow, what emotion. What does it feel like?
Super exciting and intense. It was like we were nervous, but we also came into it really aggressive, and we wanted that win, so we just went for it.
Where do you get the energy when you get to that 4th set, when those first 3 sets have all been 2 points, you're playing extra points, to be able to come out and still execute your game plan?
Yeah, we, like, after those runs, we know, like, we have to end it, and those long rallies, like, we know we have to win those, because those are the most important plays to win those. Definitely getting the energy back could be hard, but with this team, we came back with that energy on the bench, on the court, and we just went after it.
How good is that team you played tonight?
They were amazing. I have a lot of respect for them and that team. We already played them in the season and we lost. Yeah, they were amazing. I have a lot of respect for them and their coach and the girls. Lots of good volleyball.
Last year you had to watch your team. You're out injured. What was it like to play and really be part of it this year?
Yeah, it was great. I missed it so much. I'm glad I could be in the moment this year because my freshman year was COVID and I missed out on last year, so this was the big year back for me. It was great. Super exciting moment. Glad I could be a part of it again and glad I could contribute.
Yours was the first section final in 4A. You're going to go watch some other ones in the next couple days here?
Yeah, probably as a team we'll go scout and watch some other players, but we're just going to take it day by day and run our practices in an aggressive manner and just go after it.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Bringing Caitlin Boat, a senior, and it's got to be special for you, right? Last year volleyball and you're going back to state.
Yeah, it was so exciting. It was great. It's such a great experience to be a part of, and it's like this team is so amazing, and I'm like so happy for the accomplishment that we were able to achieve.
I remember I talked to you guys before the season, those of you who were seniors, and you were part of that state championship team, but you didn't play a lot, and you're like, this time we get to play a lot and really be part of it. Is it is it a different feeling emotion-wise tonight compared to, say, a year ago?
I'd say, first of all, as being a senior, it's a lot more like stressful, I guess, because like this could be my last game, but it's also like so much more like exciting, and like the adrenaline is just so high, and it's like as a player, but like it's also so much fun to be able to be playing.
The margin between you and Champlin Park is pretty thin. What did you think was the difference tonight for you guys?
I would say that one of the things we really worked on was like minimizing our errors, and I feel like we had like very little missed serves. We practiced that a lot over the past few practices, and I think that really helped us and was key into like getting the points that we needed, as well as being ready for every ball. We worked a lot on that because Scott always says how the ball is going to go to the one person who isn't ready, so everybody has to be ready at all times.
On to state, what does it take to win another state championship, win 3 matches next week in St. Paul?
What?
What does it take to win 3 more times and be state champions again?
I would say definitely serve and serve-receive are the most important things as a team, but also working together and playing as hard as we can and giving our all.
Congratulations, enjoy this, and good luck next week.
Thank you so much.
Caitlin and Stella and all the Wayzata Trojans, great job for them tonight to win and go on to the state tournament where again they will try to defend their state championship. That will do it for our telecast tonight. Thanks to our outstanding crew, and for Andy Gugersberg and all of us here at Osseo, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks so much for watching. Wayzata over Champlin Park in 4.